My dear fitness friends, today we have a Tricks and Treats Halloween workout to do. That was written by our dear fitness friend, Courtney Miller. So if you like this workout, make sure you leave it with a thumbs up and you let Courtney know what you liked in the comments section. For this workout, I will be using my dumbbells, my kettlebells, my plyo boxes, my sandbag, and my wall ball. So if you have all that equipment, go ahead and grab it. If you do not, no big deal. You make modifications and use the equipment that you have to get this workout done, to get sweaty, to feel good, to feel strong. I have a 2-minute express Tabata pair warm up. If you need more than that, as always, you push pause, you get your body all warmed up and ready to go, and then join me on the mat for this workout in just a minute. All right, guys, I'm ready to hit start on this 2-minute Tabata pair warm up. We're doing 3-way lunges, which is just a forward lunge, a reverse lunge, and a lateral lunge. And we're gonna alternate legs. And then we're doing a walkout push-up and then a squat down and good morning up. So hitting start, you have a 10-second countdown, beginning with those 3-way lunges. So just forward, lateral, reverse, alternating legs. Nice deep lunges. Don't lose your balance right away first thing in the morning. And if you do, laugh it off. It is not that serious. This is just your warm-up. You're here to get your mind and body moving together. Get that oxygen flowing. Use your 10 seconds to stretch out anything that feels like it might be a little tight. Stand up tall, deep breath in. Forward fold, walk it out. Get your push-up. Walk it back to a squat. Put your butt up, good morning to stand. Good morning back down, squat down, walk it out. Push up, walk it back. Go ahead and get that good morning anyway, even though it beeped. Stretch out your hamstrings. My hamstrings are always notoriously tight. Forward lunge, lateral lunge, and reverse lunge. Other leg. Put a smile on your face because you showed up for yourself today. This is exactly where you need to be right now. So don't worry about anything else. Let go of any other expectations or demands that you might be putting on yourself today. Inhale up, forward fold, walk it out, push up, walk it back into a deep squat. Get your butt up. Good morning to stand. Good morning back down. Squat down, walk it out. And that is the end of our express warm-up. We're gonna go right into a HIIT set using one single dumbbell. I'm gonna go with 125. It's 30 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. We're gonna go through it 2 times. We're gonna be doing a staggered push-up, single arm snatch, to overhead reverse lunge, getting one side and then the other. And then we're going to do a single arm hang clean, squat and press to windmill. So, timer is set. Just over 5 minutes. You've got a 10-second countdown. So going with one single 25-pound weight, beginning with that staggered push-up, single arm snatch to overhead reverse lunge. Let's go. Hop all the way up directly above that weight. Snatch it up, reverse lunge. Bring it back down, get that push up. Feels so good to be here, to be moving your body today. Switch sides. Same move, staggered push-up, single arm snatch, overhead reverse lunge. If you showed up today with an attitude, let that attitude go. You get to rewrite it. If you showed up with a good attitude, keep it. Build upon it. Let that energy boost you up. Movement is medicine. It is one of those things that will always fix that negative attitude. Those endorphins, let them do their work. Single arm hang clean, squat and press to windmill. So back to my first side, hang clean, squat and press, windmill. Back down, hang clean, squat and press, windmill. Nice job. Switching sides. I really like starting off a lift with unilateral movements because it calls your mind into action. It calls for you to make adjustments working through your core and both sides of your body. Breathe it out. When you get that windmill, make sure that arm is packed in tight. It's not waving all around at the top. Okay, we are back to the top. One more round through. Staggered push-up, single arm snatch, overhead reverse lunge. 30-second intervals just fly. How many of you are going to Halloween parties or have gone to a Halloween party already? Let me know what you dressed up as. I love adult costume parties. I think they're awesome. My family used to have one every year. We kind of dropped off from doing that. We should start again. Oops, I forgot my push-up. That's okay. No big deal. Staggered push-up. I was lost thinking about Halloween costumes. Snatch it up. Get your lunge. We are onto our single arm hang clean, squat and press to windmill. By the time you guys do this workout, my kids will have already gone trick-or-treating. Where we live, if Halloween falls on a weekend, the trick-or-treat night is always on a Friday. But if it falls during the week, it's on that day. I'm not really sure why. Drop it down. You've got one more side here. Single arm hang clean, squat and press to windmill. So by the time you guys are doing this workout, my house is going to be filled with way too much candy. 4 bags of Halloween trick-or-treat candy. The stress. I'm totally joking. I don't stress about having candy in my house. I love having candy in my house. All right, we have a kettlebell strength set. We are doing 10 reps to 2 reps, evens only, 4 moves. Double arm row, sumo squats, cleans, and front load box squats. So I'm going to be going with both my 40 and my 60 for this set. Those are the 2 kettlebells I have. So getting my double arm row and the sumo squat with my 60. Let's go. Start with that double arm row. Hinge forward. You're directly above that kettlebell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sumo squats. Toes and knees are out. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Set it down. I'm going to drop my weight a little bit here. Power cleans for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Box squats for 10, front load. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop it down. We are down to 8 reps. We're going to cruise right on through. 8 bent rows. Get directly above that weight. Hinge at your hips. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Toes and knees are out. Sumo squats. Starting at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Power cleans right into front box squats for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Squat it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice job. We're down to 6 reps. Bent rows. Get that hinge. Flat back. Tight core. Get it started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sumos. Toes and knees are out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Power cleans and box squats. Get into these reps. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Squat it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sumo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Power cleans and box squats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squat it. 1, 2, 3, it down. You've got 2 reps, and we're out of this kettlebell pyramid. 1, 2. Sumo squats. 1, 2. Nice job. Power cleans. Front box squats. 1, 2. 1, 2. Awesome job. Okay, we're moving on to a mini 5x5. 5x5 superset. We're doing a weighted ball burpee. So I'm doing a push-up on top of my ball and jumping up, holding it. If you don't have a ball, no big deal. You can hold a weight if you want. Anything will do. You could use your bosu, you could use a single dumbbell, you could use your kettlebell. And we're pairing that with a box jump. So, just getting this out of the way. Always take a minute to clean up your area and get yourself set up for success. This is going to be a no rest 5x5. We are not taking breaks in between each round. So enjoy this setup as your break. Let's get it started. 5 wall ball burpees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 box jumps. I step down at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to your wall ball burpees. Let's get in. 1, 2. Let that sweat show up to this party. 3, 4, 5. Because this is like a celebration. Whoever started calling it a punishment is wrong. This is a celebration. Rewrite that narrative for yourself. Enjoy your workouts. 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not a punishment for the extra candy you ate. This is not so that you can eat extra candy. This is so that you can move your body healthy and strong for the rest of your life. 1, 2. This is so you can take up space. 3, 4, 5. Food and calories are simply fuel for you to burn energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how awesome is it that we were made to be able to taste and enjoy the food that gives us calories to burn? That is amazing. It's a celebration. Just as your workout should be. So you know what I'm doing. I'm adding 4 and 5 together. Let's go. 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 more. 6, Nice job. 10 box jumps to finish off this set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That was awesome. That was so awesome. That was such a great piece. I'm so proud of you. All right, we are moving right on to our sandbag hit. 50 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, ABAB format, okay? Let me get this plyo box out of the way. I will be using my 16-inch plyo box during this set and my sandbag, and that is it. We have 6 moves. ABAB means we'll do the first 2 moves 2 times before we move on to the next 2 moves. The good thing about that is once you're done with the 2 moves, you're done with them. You do them twice and you're done. You're not coming back all the way through. You have a 10-second countdown. We're beginning with a good morning to a box squat, and then a load, bag load to your shoulder, aside with a step up. So it's going to be an offset, shoulders loaded. So good mornings and box squat. Nice full sit, squeeze at the top. You have 50 seconds. There's no need to rush these movements. You'll get plenty of reps in. Nice job. Two and 1. So, taking my sandbag, setting it down on one shoulder. We'll get the other shoulder on the next side. We're doing a lateral step up, step down into curtsy. So, loading the shoulder that I'm stepping up on, stepping down into a curtsy lunge. Nice, steady control. I find it's helpful to make a fist on the side of your body that's not loaded with weight to increase the tension and level things out a little bit. A lot of core work in these unilateral weighted moves. Three, 2, and 1. Setting this down, I'm gonna pull my step out so I can get the other side. We go back to our good mornings and box squats. Load it up. If you're a little late on the interval, that is not gonna make or break your workout. You're working when you're loading up. That can be part of your interval. You are working your physical body really hard. So let's be kind to our mental body. Be gentle in your mind.
Exercise ring closed.
My exercise ring is closed, but we're not done working out yet. I forgot to turn the sound off my watch. We don't have a whole lot of time left, but we have just enough. You're going to get exactly what you need out of this workout today. Load it to your shoulder, other shoulder. We're on to our lateral step ups and curtsy down. So create that tension if you need to. I keep my gaze focused down at the ground, about 4 feet in front of me to help with balance. Or maybe you just need to shut your eyes to get the sweat out of them for a second. Do that when you're on the ground. 10 seconds here, and we move on to our next two moves. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we have a staggered push-up, a sandbag drag underneath your body, and oblique plank hop towards that back. So you're pulling with the side handles here. So staggered push-up, reach under your body, pull that bag over, and then oblique plank hop towards that bag. Stagger your push-up. Pull it. Oblique hop towards that bag. Stagger your push-up. Pull that bag. Oblique hop. Stagger your push-up. Pull it. Oblique hop. With that drag. If you're moving down your mat a little bit like I am, that's okay. You gotta situate yourself. Okay, you're doing another sandbag drag push-up move, but we're going vertically up our body. So we're pulling from the front. So get your push-up to start. Pull that bag up in front of you. Then you're gonna plank hop up, 180, and repeat, using your other arm this time. So if you can situate it so that that sandbag is between your legs for the push-up, that's great. Make sure you're alternating arms that you're dragging with. I know Courtney has us doing push-ups for 4 minutes straight, but we're doing a lot of plank hopping and dragging too, so you can do this. Staggered push-up. Sandbag drag laterally, horizontally. Get that push-up. Pull it. You should totally be feeling this in your lats by now. And are on fire. Don't forget that oblique hop. It breaks up the push-up a little bit. You should be making puddles of sweat by now. I forgot my oblique hop. 2 and 1. Okay, back to our vertical pulls, push-ups, plank hops, and 180 squat jumps. If you are making pedals like me, look at that sweat and say to yourself, I didn't need any of that. Thank goodness it's no longer inside of me. Pull with your other arm. And I forgot about this move. I really like it. So thank you, Courtney, for remembering it. Making us do it. Stay strong. Nice job. Last 2 moves. Burpee clean and press and backload pendulum lunges. We'll switch legs on the second round. So, push up on top of that bag. Clean and press. Finally, it looks like the sun is coming out here. We've had such a unsunshiny October here on Pennsylvania, but it was really warm. Of course, it got cold for Halloween. Let's work. Load that weight up to your shoulders. We got pendulum lunges. I'm going to go with my right leg first. So just lunging forward and back. Catch your breath. Deep inhale. If you need to pause in the middle, pause in the middle. If you've got your balance and you want to keep that foot up for a core challenge, do it. This is your workout. You get to create the sweat. You get to create the burning sensation. You get to chase after it. Unload. Burpee, clean and press. One more time. The sweat going in my eyes is so real. Awesome job. Last one. And I'm loading up. Left leg pendulum lunges. And we are done with the sandbag hit. Fastest 12 minutes. That was Mikey. He must have finished his chippy snack. So I talk about this a lot, but don't have any guilt playing in the back of your mind about giving your kid an iPad or a chippy snack or Smarties or lollipops or whatever it is that you're giving them to fill up your cup, to give yourself an hour to sweat. This is self-care. Self-care does not hold any guilt because it is not selfish. Two and one, unload. So if you're like me and you give Mikey, like you give your child a bowl of Doritos at 9 o'clock in the morning, so you get your workout done, high five, me too. Okay. We're going on to another mini 5x5. We have decline burpees and switch lunges. Body weight set, not easy. Grab a drink. Grab your plyo box or whatever height you want to use. You can use your Bosu, you could use a chair, you could use a lower step. Whatever feels right to you today is what you're going for. 5 decline burpees, so feet are up, hands are down. Get your push up, jump it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch lunges, you're counting on one leg only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the decline burpees. 1, 3, 4, 5. Switch lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round 3, get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys know I'm adding 4 or 5 together. This would not be a tricky treat workout if I didn't add 4 or 5 together for our 5x5s. So let's go. 10 decline burpees. 1. Get your chest down. 2. 3, chin is up. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 10 switch lunges to finish it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh. I knew that would be breathless. Okay, we have another kettlebell strength set. 8 reps to 2 reps, 3 moves. We're doing an alternating single arm reset swing, a deadlift, and a hang clean where you set the weight down and do a plank walk out and walk back to it, okay? So I'm gonna use my 60 for the deadlift, my 40 for the single arm swings, and the hang clean. Get a quick drink if you need it, get a breather, wipe the sweat out of your eyes, and let's plow forward. So set yourself in your swing position. You're gonna swing the switch and reset. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Deadlifts for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Set aside. Hang clean, walk it out. 8 reps, directly above that kettlebell. Squat to get under it. Set it down, plank walk out, walk it back. That's 1. 2. 3. 7, 8. All right, we are back to the top. I'm gonna take a minute and put my gloves on because my hands are getting really slippery on that bell. All right, I'm back. Let's go. Swing the switch and reset. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 deadlifts. Grab your weight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drop it. Hang cleans and walk out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alternating single arms reset swings for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Deadlifts for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome work. Hang cleans and walkouts for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Single arm swings for 2. Guys, we are closing in on the end of this already. 1, 2. Set that kettlebell out of your way. Oops, no, don't set it out of your way. You got the hang cleans. 2 deadlifts. Starting at the top. 1, 2. This one I can put away. 2 hang clean walkouts. 1, 2. Set it aside. We have our final set, which is another mini 5x5. Doing a decline, knee to elbow, same elbow, wide knee tucks, 5 per side, and then incline push-up, plank hop your feet up. So, let's get it done. Start with that decline. Feet are up, hands are down. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hop it down. Feet are going to hop up to your hands. If that does not suit you today, you make the change. 5 reps. 1, 2, 3, Down to your elbows again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hands are up, feet are down. Flat body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round 3. Last low rep round. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inclines and plank hops, 5 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10 reps. I'm going to alternate and go cross body knee tucks for this round. Counting on one leg only. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm fighting for it just like you are. 10 reps, let's go. Incline, hop your feet up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That got gross, didn't it? That got so gross. Spooky gross. Oh my goodness, I hope you enjoyed that. Courtney, that was awesome. That was way harder than what I expected, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna take 4 minutes to do a yoga flow cool down. If you'd like to join me, I'd love to have you stay. So 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest for 4 minutes. In the 10-second rest period, you're just gonna hold the pose that you're in. Starting in 5 seconds. Stand up tall at the top of your mat. Inhale up. Forward fold down. Flat back. Chaturanga. So elbows in. All the way up into your up dog. And down dog. Paddle out your feet. Get some space in your side body. We're holding the down dog for 10 seconds. Can you calm your breath so that you're just breathing through your nose? Bend your knees, hop your feet to your hands, come into chair pose, and sit all the way down to the ground. Go into a boat, go into low boat, and crisscross your feet for 1, 2, 3, 4. Paddle your hands for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your low boat for these 10 seconds. Come up to high boat. Cross your ankles, come all the way through. Go right into a chaturanga. Up dog and down dog. Right leg comes up. Knee to elbow. Yes, we're doing that again. Knee to nose. Knee to opposite elbow. Cross it under and hold your fallen triangle for 10 seconds with a smile. Bring that left hand down, right leg comes back up. Come into a low lunge. Twist towards that leg, open up. Bring your right hand back down. Bring your back foot back up and open up into a half moon. Look up at your hand if you can. We're gonna hold this for 10 seconds. Sweat is just dripping off of my face right now. It feels so good. You have arrived. Bring that back foot back down. Right foot comes back up. Single leg chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Left foot comes up. Knee to elbow. Knee to nose. Knee to opposite elbow. And then cross it under. Fallen triangle, hold for 10 seconds. Bring your right hand back down, left foot comes back up. Bring it into a low lunge. Open up towards that leg. Bring your hand back down. Going into a half moon on this side. Slowly, if you're a little unsteady, if you're feeling a little shaky, hold it up there. We're gonna hold for the 10 seconds. Try to open up your hip. If you have really great balance, look up at their hand. Slowly bring your leg back down, and we're going into a single leg chaturanga. On this side, up dog and down dog. Hop your feet into your hands. We're gonna go into our boat pose one more time. High boat, low boat, and you're gonna hold for 10. Breathing, blinking the sweat out of your eyes. Smiling because you worked so hard today. High boat, cross your ankles, come into a down dog. Hop your feet in, chair pose. Stand up tall. One more little flow here to the end. Flat back, chaturanga, up dog. That was your final 10-second beep. So come into down dog and then drop to your knees and go into child's pose. Roll your head back and forth on your mat, massaging your forehead, leaving a sweat puddle there, hopefully. That was so awesome. I'm really, really proud of you guys. We had a lot. We got accomplished so much in under 60 minutes. A lot of sweat, a lot of fun, a lot of reflection. I love you guys so much. I will see you at the next workout. Happy Halloween.